94.3 The Dude is very grateful to our men and women in uniform. We're proud to recognize local members of our military by turning the spotlight on them right now in our Soldier Salute.
Our Soldier Salute guest host today, South Carolina National Guard Sergeant First Class Joe Cashin.
We are saluting Specialist Sevelle Jenkins of the 246 Army Band of the South Carolina National Guard. Sevelle, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us a little bit about you and how you decided to join the military. What made you put on a uniform?
Well, I am from Hampton, South Carolina, down there in the Low Country. I joined the 246 Army Band back in 2008 while I was a sophomore at Florida State University. Go Noles. I joined because my best friend, who's currently in the unit still, Specialist Jordan Smith, he's also the assistant principal at Bamberg High School. He told me about the unit, told me to come and check out a drill weekend. I did and spoke with the commander, got to play a little bit with some of the ensembles, and it was a lot of fun, and it was enough for me to come back and check it out. I set up an audition, and after that was offered a spot in the unit, and from there, that's where my Army career started.
We are saluting Specialist Sevelle Jenkins of the 246 Army Band of the South Carolina National Guard. So what is your specialty? What do you do in the band?
I am a trombone player. I audition on trombone, and music is my background. All my degrees are in trombone performance. I've got a bachelor's from Florida State University, a master's from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, and a postmaster's from New England Conservatory in Boston.
Did you know that you could play music and be in the military at the same time?
I did not. Growing up, you always see military marching bands. I didn't know that that could be your job. That could be your MOS. I thought at the end of the parade, they would put the instruments up and go back to being hua, picking up M16s and doing that whole thing. But I did not know that you could be a musician in the Army.
Sevelle, what does your family think about your service here in the military?
They're very proud. Everybody supports what I do, especially when it comes to music. And the fact that I can combine the military and music just makes it even more special. So every time they see me, with the uniform on and with the horn in my hand, they are really proud.
Sevelle, when you start your day, you put your uniform on. What goes through your mind?
I've been very fortunate to attend a good bit of promotion ceremonies and change of command ceremonies where Major General Livingston was there to address the crowd. And he usually starts off by saying something like, it's a great day to be in South Carolina, and it's an even greater day to be in the South Carolina Army National Guard. And that's kind of what I wake up thinking about, when I put the uniform on, and I instantly realize how lucky I am and to be doing what I'm doing with music and to be sharing my passion. It's basically how I give back to this world. I also think about the challenges for the day, or the big challenge for the day. Maybe it's, how many prospects can I get interested in the 246, or maybe a piece that I'm working on. Or I may just have a packed schedule where I got to get PT in the morning. I got to head to Bluff Road to go play a promotion ceremony, and then I got to get back by a certain time to do some admin work. And somehow I got to figure out, how to get some practicing in and all that. That's kind of what goes through my mind at the beginning of the day. I like to plan it out, collect my data, analyze it, make a decision, and act on it.
It's not easy to get into the band, is it? Tell us about that process.
It's not. We've got a very different process compared to all the other MOSs in the Guard. Our process starts with an audition, and it's a 4-part process. The 4 parts consist of ceremonial music, and that's your Army band standard. So the Army song, the national anthem. The second part is prepared music, and that's where you show your diversity. The third part is the quickly prepared music portion. So with that, we send you a packet of music 24 hours prior to your audition, and you have to prepare that and play it at the best of your ability on the audition day. And the fourth part is the additional skills. Here, you can either show us that you are a vocalist, or if you double on another instrument, or if you improv. All that adds extra points to the audition.
I think when most people think of the National Guard, they think about the 2-week annual training that soldiers have to go through every year. What's an annual training look like for the 246 Army Band?
So in addition to our somewhat regular training schedule, and that's mission focused, we do a 2-week annual training, and it's slightly different. The first 3 or 4 days, we put together a patriotic show. And then the rest of the 2 weeks, we hit the road. We go all over South Carolina performing for the communities in the state. This year, we went to the USS Yorktown in Charleston, Broadway at the beach and the Boardwalk at Myrtle Beach. We hit the Ice House Amphitheater in Lexington, the Peace Center in Greenville. That's kind of what our annual training looks like. We put together a show, and we just hit the road traveling and performing for the different communities throughout the state.
Is the 246th Army Band your favorite assignment that you've had?
It is. I've been fortunate to be in 2 units, the 215th Army Band up there in Fall River, Massachusetts. The 246, we're a very special unit. Like I said, we have a lot of fun. We're tight-knit, and that's why I came back, because I knew that they will always add something very special to my life.
Thanks for joining us in our Soldier Salute. This salute to our local soldiers on 94.3 The Dude is presented by Capital Chevrolet and Hyundai at I-20 and Clemson Road under the giant American flag, and All American Heating and Air. American and proud of it.